Here with LA Knight, and first of all, I want to rewind to last year's Money in the Bank, where the tide was certainly rising for you, and you were one of the most popular figures on that card at the O2 Arena. Take us back a year ago, where things were for you. Like, are you starting to see, like, this thing is taking over, and the audience was looking at you as one of the favorites in that match?
Oh, sure. I mean, going into that, it was such a groundswell, and it just got to kind of a feverish proportion in the sense of, I don't think anybody expected that to happen. I don't think anybody expected where it has gotten to. And that was kind of the real jumping off point of like, oh, this is for real. This is a major explosion that we haven't seen in a long time in this business. So, it was a crazy experience. And that last moment of reaching up and grabbing that case and that place going completely crazy before I got the goozle, man, that was wild.
As you're seeing this popularity rise and just continue, how are you kind of compartmentalizing that, wanting to grow upon that? I mean, you're somebody, this is what you have always aspired to while you're in the moment, and this is finally happening for you. Tell me what that process is like on a week-to-week basis to maintain that momentum.
I mean, it's basically just keep going in and doing what I'm doing. I've never been the type of guy who's been a stagnant kind of person. So it's a matter of just keep coming in, doing my thing, and doing my thing is always trying to build upon what I've done before. How can I make it better? How can I make it different? How can I not change it fundamentally, but gradually evolve over time and basically just keep things hot and fresh?
How competitive at the moment is this locker room? Business is on fire. Everyone is firing to be that guy. Is this one of the more competitive of environments? Tell us a bit about just what the overall mentality is when this is kind of the era that so many people have aspired to be a part of and a key player, which you are.
Well, yeah, sure. Look, I mean, I don't want to toot my own horn too much, but toot, yeah. Anyway, that was, you look at the rise in the business in general, and I feel like I got to take a little bit of credit for that, because with the rise of the business was the rise of LA Knight. That doesn't happen by accident. So you look at, 5 months in a row, top merch seller coming out of 2023, all that stuff, the crazy reactions, all that. And with everybody else picking up their game, the whole company, the whole business picking up their game, yeah, man, it's a great place to be.
Last question here. Roddy Piper used to always speak about the fact he would always go around with a notebook, and anything that came to mind, he just jotted down. This could be gold for somewhere down the road. I think a lot of people are curious about your process. Like, that has been something that really does set you apart. Is there, like, whether it's rap lyrics you draw influence from, do you kind of have a process, or is it a lot more natural than maybe people think?
No, yeah, I've always been the type, it's a little more structured in WWE than anywhere else I've ever been, but generally I would say 9 times out of 10 throughout most of my career, I have an idea where I'm going, I have a roadmap, I know how I'm going to start, I know how I'm going to finish, I know what I'm going to talk about, but I don't have a whole speech laid out. One of the things that I would always say before I go out there is I'd probably look at somebody and be like, I don't know what I'm about to say, but we're going to figure it out here all together. And that's kind of how it's worked for me. I think that keeps it organic, it keeps it real, keeps it fresh. And really, again, as long as I know where I'm going and what I'm talking about, I'm ready to go.
Has that relaxed over the last few years in terms of WWE specifically?
Yeah, for sure. But I mean, that's I'd been given that freedom in NXT. So in NXT, it was the ability to, hey, here's the time, here's how I'm going to start, here's how I'm going to end. I'll fill in the middle.
We look forward to this coming weekend here in Toronto. Thanks very much for the time.
Appreciate you.